Hello, this is Sir Stillwater. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Blue Galaxy. Blue Galaxy is a great building in the Oceanic Future era in Forge of Empires, and this is one of three great buildings in Oceanic, and this is one of the great buildings in my great building series. So I've been creating videos on every great building in the game. Kind of going through doing one of each, one video of each, and then I have a playlist that covers them all. But you can always either go to my main page thing and do a search for a particular great building, or check out the playlist and dig through there, or just let them play, whatever you want. But either way, that's kind of building this as a resource library for people to kind of learn some stuff and get my opinion and blah blah blah. So that said, Blue Galaxy, here we go. It is kind of an interesting looking thing. It's got these like aquatic tank things in an aquatic setting with a little stone bridge, arch bridge over here, and I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Called the Wave is what it says there in the beginning of the entryway. I never noticed that before. But either way, this is that. It's a pretty big building, pretty long. But this is what it looks like on the little card. And let me jump out of here. This is what it looks like in the wild. And as I mentioned in my Kraken video, I put it over here in my little nautical area where I have my Kraken and my Alcatraz and so on. But there you see it's got a little bit of height on the back of this side. But either way, that's what it looks like in the wild. Let's get a little staircase that goes up there. So let's jump on over and learn more about it. Here I am over at Forge of Empires Wiki. This is forgeofempires.fandom.com/wiki. Great resource, no affiliation, just a cool resource I like to use. Okay, building construction costs for this. Obviously, you're going to need your 9 blueprints, but in addition to those, you will need 500, 350, 400, 400, and 500 of Oceanic Future goods. So, what we're talking about 400, 4 and a quarter, give or take, to build. Size is pretty big though. It's 7 by 5, which is I'm kind of mixed on that. That's a lot of real estate for what you're going to get. We're going to talk about in just a second here. But it is kind of cool. My goal in this one world is to build all the great buildings, so that's why I have it there. I don't think I have it in my others, and I don't know if I'd ever build it in the others, really speaking frankly. Let's see, production bonuses. It gives you a daily collect of metals, which metals are, yeah, we'll talk about that. And then it gives a passive bonus, which is a number of collections per day with a randomness factor weighed in. So it's a double collection times a number of buildings, number of opportunities per 24-hour period. So let's talk about that. So first, what's it cost to build this thing? To get it to a level 1, it's 80, which is right in line with everything else. It gives you 140 metals at level 1 a day, which is like really nothing, especially if you're up anywhere near that era or even mid-lower eras. 140 metals doesn't contribute very much to being able to get an unlock for using metals to build real estate, in my opinion. But it is what it is. It's 140. It's 140 is better than nothing, right? The double collection, you get 4 times a 17, 4 times. So, okay, let's talk about this. So it's 4 times 17%. So when you collect from a building that's not a great building, that's not a military building, that's not and your town hall, you can get for the first 4 buildings you collect, you have a 17% chance of getting a double collection. So let's say you have something that's paying, I don't know, 5 FPs. Let's say you got one of the trees and it's giving you, call it 6 FPs or whatever per day. This gives you an opportunity to get 12 FPs if that's the building that collects and gets the bonus, at 17%, which is it's kind of crummy odds, really. You get to level 10, you're basically looking at about a third of a chance on the first 6 collects to get a double, which still isn't that great considering what it costs you to get there. You can do a lot of other things for that real estate. I mean, you're talking 7 by 5. I mean, that's huge. I mean, you're talking about 35 squares for some not great odds to get not very much. You can do a little bit of strategic collection if you have certain buildings that you want to collect. It's like I'll jump over here. Let's say I wanted to collect something like my Celtic Tavern. Yeah, double collect on 31 FPs would be 62 FPs. That would be great. So, I mean, it can add up, but you've got to have some buildings that are really worth collecting. But if you're just collecting on just random quick collects on stuff, and you just happen to be one of your blacksmiths that you have around for event stuff, man, you're really wasting that. So I guess you want to be strategic. I don't really pay that close of attention. I just collect, but I don't know. It's something to think about. It's kind of a strategy play building. I suppose if you have some of these bigger buildings, like here's a Celtic Tavern or here's a Grand Winter Wonderland, when you can take something like that and get a chance to double up, I guess that could pay off and be worth it. But or if it just doesn't matter and you just want to have a whole pile of things that pay an opportunity to get something, or you like the randomness of it, or you like the look of it, whatever. I don't know where I'm going with this, but either way, I don't know if it's the greatest building to build. If I'm going to be strategic on what buildings I'm going to build, I'm probably not going to build the Blue Galaxy anytime soon. But I put it out there because I had the blueprints and I had the goods, and I want to build my full set of great buildings. So that's all I got on this one. This is kind of an interesting one because I don't usually kind of trash talk great buildings, but I mean outside the Coliseum, and maybe you know I don't know. There's a couple other ones that I'm not crazy on, but I have it, and what I have it up to level 7. So obviously I like it enough to give it some attention. So it's kind of a weird one, but thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay tuned. I'm going to be a lot more positive on the next one that's coming up, which is going to be the Terracotta Army, and I got Hamaji's coming up after that. So if you're interested in those, please subscribe. Thanks. Take care. See you next time.